The first bill on the calendar for today is House File 71. The clerk will report the bill.
House File number 71, number 1 on the calendar for the day, the first engrossment, a bill for an act relating to public safety.
I recognize the bill author, the member from Lyon, Representative Swedzinski, to introduce the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, House File 71 has commonly gotten to be known as Drake's Law, is before you for the sake of a young man losing his life to a drunk driver. House File 71 seeks to move the maximum penalty for criminal vehicular homicide during a DWI from 10 to 15 years. Minnesota really trails the pack when it comes to the Midwestern states. Wisconsin, a same offense like this could carry the potential maximum penalty up to 40 years. Nebraska's 28. This move to 15 just simply puts us on par with our closest neighbor, South Dakota, which would be both at 15 years. And we appreciate your support and consideration on this bill.
There are no amendments at the desk. The clerk will give the bill its third reading.
Third reading, House File 71.
Third reading. Discussion on the bill. The member from Olmsted, Representative Norton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And members, I would support this bill, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that Minnesota does trail the rest of the country in many of its DUI laws. And while this bill is kind of an after-the-fact remedy, which I think we should support, there are things we can and should do with DUIs to prevent that kind of thing from ever happening. And members, hopefully before we end the session this year, we can take up a DUI ignition interlock on first offense bill, because we know that would stop, in large part, many of these incidents from happening. And so, members, today isn't the day for that bill, but it is a day that we can move in a right direction by supporting this particular bill. And so I'd ask for a green vote.
Representative Swedzinski.
Thank you, and I kudo that effect. Yes, Representative Norton. You know, and the family really, the Bigler family has really stepped up. They're traveling the state, traveling different school districts, visiting with students, and really trying to address that at its base. When young people are still formulating their decision process and reaching out to those young kids, and so big hats off to the Bigler family, and we keep you in your mind, and we appreciate a green vote. Thank you.
Any further discussion on the bill? Seeing no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll on the bill. The clerk will close the roll. Gunther votes aye. Hausman votes aye. There being 120 ayes and 0 nays, the bill is passed and its title agreed to.